11 months before 9/11 ever happened, that there was going to be an event. Never told him what the event was going to be, but there was going to be an event, and out of that event, we were going to invade Afghanistan to run pipelines from the Caspian Sea. We were going to invade Iraq, to take over the oil fields, establish a base in the Middle East, and make it all part of the New World Order. And we'd go after Chavez in Venezuela. And sure enough, later 9/11 happened, and I remember he was telling me how you're going to see soldiers looking in caves for people in Afghanistan and Pakistan and all these places, and there's going to be this war on terror, which is no real enemy, and the whole thing is a giant hoax, but it's a way for the government to take over the American people.
He told you it was going to be a hoax.
Oh yeah. There's no question. He says there's going to be war on terror, and he's just laughing. There's no who are we fighting? I mean, why do you think 9/11 happened, and then nothing's happened since then? Do you think that our security is so great here that these people who pulled off 9/11 were able to can't knock down another plane? Come on, it's ridiculous. 9/11 was done by people in our own government and our own banking system to perpetuate the fear of the American people into subordinating themselves to anything the government wants them to do. That's what it's about, and to create this war, this endless war on terror. And that's why and that was the first lie. And the next lie was going into Iraq, to get Saddam Hussein out with his weapons of mass destruction. That was the next lie.
Now, specifically, this was a little over 6 years ago.
This was
11 months before 9/11.
Yeah.
And Nick Rockefeller, who's a lawyer, he's become your friend over the previous years, and he's saying to you that there's going to be this big event, and then out of that we're going to have a war on terror, and it's just going to go on and on.
Right, an endless war on terror without any real enemy. That you can never define a winner.
And did he say that it's going to be perfect because you can't define an enemy? It just goes on and on?
Yeah, because you can't define a winner. There's no one to beat, so it goes on and on forever. And they can do whatever they want. They scared the hell out of the American public. Look, this whole war on terror is a fraud. It's a farce. It's very difficult to say it out loud because people are intimidated against saying it. Because if you say it, they want to make you into a nutcase. But the truth has to come out. That's why I'm doing this interview. The fact of the matter happens to be that the whole war on terror is a fraud. It's a farce. Again, there's a war going on in Iraq because we invaded Iraq. And people over there fighting, But the war on terror, it's a joke, And until we discover what really happened on 9/11 and who was responsible for 9/11, because that's where the war on terror emanates from. That's where it comes from. It was 9/11 that allowed this war on terror to begin. And until we get to the bottom root of 9/11, the truth of 9/11, we'll never know about the war on terror.
Aaron, you said that he was, and I think it's important, and I know this about the Rockefellers from Dr. Dennis Cuddy and many others who literally, you'll be 20 years old in a lunch line at college, and no, David Rockefeller. And they're experts at recruiting and getting what they call players, and that clearly he was, I want to make it specific and just get you to reiterate what you said last night about...
これよね、これがもういわゆるラスボスっていうかね、権力持ってる人のやり方で、要するに権力に抵抗しようとするリーダーシップを取る人に対してはね、潰すんじゃなくて取り込もうとするわけですよ。要するに自分に盾つくね、力を持ったエネルギーを持った人間に関しては、潰すよりも丸め込んでお金とか女とかね、社会的地位とかでその餌で釣って自分の子分にする。配下、部下にすると。それが、絶対権力者のパターン。要するにね、潰そうとして反発を食らうよりもね、取り込む。餌を与えて。で、それができなかったときはね、なぜか突然脳梗塞で死んだとか、なぜか突然心筋梗塞で亡くなったとかね。このアロン・ルッソって映画監督も心筋梗塞で亡くなったんですかね。このインタビューのすぐ後。あとは交通事故で突然亡くなるとかね。突然2ヶ月後に癌になったとかね。ある俳優さんみたいにね。マッチポンプのこと言ったね。 まあそのパターンとしても決まってますよね。要するに軍門に下って配下となるか、消されるかみたいなね。真ん中ないみたいなね。
You got 30% of the vote. You were having an effect. You made mad as hell. They knew that you'd started the Constitution Party. They knew that you were somebody who was taking action and getting things done. You'd already made some big films, had a lot of other successes.
Right.
So they were trying to recruit you. And didn't it come down to the point of, hey, we are here to recruit you, and don't worry, your chip's going to say, don't mess with us. You know, this guy's don't touch.
Yeah, yes, that did happen. Now, I was definitely being recruited, but it's more subtle than that.
Well, in your words, just go through the process, and then what he said.
Well, what it is remember we were friends, and we used to go to my house a lot. We'd have dinner, we'd talk, and he'd tell me about business investments that you get involved in, you know, or they would help me with this business investment or that business investment. And was I interested in joining the Council on Foreign Relations? You know, I would have to get a letter to join them, but was I interested in that? And, you know, just stuff, you know, leading you on. And I used to say to him that I never really did that because that wasn't where I was coming from. You know, as much as I like you, Nick, you know, your ways and my ways we're on the opposite side of the fence. You know, I don't believe in enslaving people. Side of the fence. And, you know, I don't believe in enslaving people. You know, and
he would come back with, oh, I do?
Well, it would be more like, you know...
It's better for them.
Well, it's more like, you know, how do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you? Take care of your own life. Do the best you can for you and your family. What are the rest of the...
これなんですね、結局、絶対権力者の、まあ、全部が全部そうと言わないけど、パターンとしてはね。要するに自分と自分の家族だけが大事で、もうそれ以外の人間はもう、どうでもいいっていうか、もう虫けらみたいに思ってるっていうかね。絶対的な権力者のパターンとして。自分と自分の家族が全てで、他の人間はもうどうだっていいと。もう、例えば道歩いてて、あれを踏み潰したと。だからそれがどうしたの的な。だからゴキブリ踏み潰したら気持ち悪いと思うけど、あれ踏み潰しても気づかなかったみたいなね。そういえば、なんか踏み潰したって言われれば踏み潰したかもしれないけど、的なぐらいにしか一般大事なことなんか思ってない。これも一つパターンですね。